Greetings everyone, Joseph James here from SchoolTrade.com, internet newsletter for December 3rd, 2009. Hope you had a good morning with us here in the room this morning. We had another great day. Before we talk about the trades we took today, guys, I want to go into our holiday schedule for you guys real quick here. Last day of trading is December 11th, of course, 2009. We'll finish up the live trade room December 11th. That is next Friday, right? So make sure you guys are aware of that. Then, of course, we'll reopen 30 days later, January 11th. We'll get past the new year. Everybody have a great holiday. And of course, we'll open up January 11th at 7:45 Eastern Time. Now, a couple key things, guys. We got a price increase coming in January 2010. We've got our fully automated system coming out in January 2010, and we have some new indicators, some auto trend lines, and a couple other funky things that are going to be coming out our way in the new year. So make sure you guys are aware of that holiday schedule. Let's get to the chase. How are we today? 96 ticks in the room today. Had a really good day. We're continuing to get surprised by the amount of volume and the amount of moves we see here going into December. You know, we kind of really had a variable this month of December here today. 96 ticks, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 total trades. You can see there's one stop in there. It wasn't a full stop, but it was a partial stop. 96 ticks, 975 out of the market today, guys. That brings us to 2325. We made 65 ticks on Tuesday, 700 ticks yesterday. And guys, that brings our monthly total to 2325. We're doing a great job, guys. We'll keep you guys posted as we make our way through the month of December. Let's talk about our first of the day, guys. We started out on crude, and as you guys can see, we started out on gold here. As you guys can see here, we did a pretty good job on gold today. 1, 2, 3, 3 nice big winning trades on gold. Finished up the day on crude. Had a little Russell trade in there. Let's talk about these. Okay, trade number 1 here, 837 on the gold this morning. Now, of course, it's a breaker pattern long. Breaker pattern, of course, goes with the trend. So short-term trend here was up. Now, this was kind of one of those marginal calls here where it could have been a breaker pattern long, could have been a two-step to the long side. What makes it a breaker pattern, though, guys, is that upward sloping trigger line, right? See how the trigger line here, this yellow line, is sloping up, right? Well, that's going to confirm the trend here. And, of course, going with the trend, it's a breaker pattern. Against the trend, it's a two-step pattern. So here, just before 9 o'clock, 8:37, of course, this morning, guys, like tomorrow, we have very important 8:30 news. This morning, it was the Q3 non-farm productivity, and we had jobless claims, continuing claims to 8:30 this morning. So after 8:35, the alarm goes off, we jump back into the market, and we always are looking for a trade right after that important 8:30 news, and we got it right here on the gold here for a breaker pattern long. Now, once again, we're seeing a lot of these just 10-tick winners. Now, we call these singles, right? These are going to help us pick up the nickels and dimes that quick, they add up, of course, at the end of the day. 17.7 was our swing high here above this red line. Remember, guys, we build the foundation of our setups on these red lines here. Okay, so the red line is automatically located via one of our indicators. 17.7 was swing high. Of course, we break through that swing high. Got filled here at 17.8 for our first trade of the day, a +4+1. Of course, we have 4 contracts. We take the first target at 4 ticks. We take half off of the first target, so 2 off at 4. That's 8 ticks total. Plus, we move our stop up to our point of entry at the first target, plus 1 tick. And of course, we get taken out at that entry plus 1. We take the other half of the position off there, and that gets us our 10 ticks total. Of course, at $10 a tick, there's your $100. Let's keep moving. That was the first trade here on the gold. Next trade, 913 here on the pound, right? On the pound, symbol 6B if you're using NinjaTrader. Now, on the pound this morning, we really didn't have much movement. We had a lot of sideways price action. This chart, of course, there's nothing trending about this this price action, as you guys can see. Very sideways, and of course, that's why we have our two-step pattern. Anybody can trade in a trending environment, guys, right? In 2008, we made so much money just simply trend trading. Well, in 2009, and most likely in the foreseeable future, we're going to have to be dealing with sideways markets, right? Choppy, horizontal price action, double tops, double bottoms, lots of Fed fakes. So we have to be able to take something out of the market in these sideways ranges. And this, of course, was our two-step pattern. Now, in this case, guys, again, a little bit of an advanced entry here because, as you can see, the trading range was pretty tight here, right? We've got some highs here, some lows down bottom here, so we really didn't have much of a trend at all, right? Very sideways market. But as you guys know, whenever we can get a nice steep trigger line, that's going to give me enough to get a trend continuation pattern or a trend reversal pattern. So this, of course, exactly what we did here. We were looking for the short-term trend being up. Now, you'll notice we had the big round number here, 6,600. Of course, on the currencies like the pound, big round numbers are very important. We expect price to get a little bit choppy around those big round numbers because institutional investors, hedgers, scalpers, day traders, swing traders, we're all making important decisions around these big round numbers. So we try to stay away from them as much as possible. But in this case, it provided us with a great level of resistance here. We watched as the buyers tried to break above the 600. They failed. And of course, we have a swing low here at 96. We take the counter trend, right? The break below at 96, of course, two-step pattern goes against the short-term trend. Filled at 95s. We took, of course, now on the pound, guys, $6.25 per tick. So I'm going to trade twice the size. All right, I'm going to trade 8 contracts on the pound because it's only trading half the size. Okay, $6.25 per tick rather than 10 or 12.50 per tick. So of course, 9:13 here again, just before we finished up the pre-market this morning. Always love to see some good trades in the pre-market. We got our first pattern here in the pound, a two-step pattern short, counter trend 95. We took, of course, a 4-tick target, took half off there. Second target's 8 ticks. We took a quarter off there, and then we trailed our stop for 6 more ticks and took our final quarter of the position, right? Two contracts off on the runner. Total up, there's 44 ticks, and of course $275, 44 multiplied by $6.25 USD. There's your 275 bucks for a very mild. I mean, it wasn't a great big trade there, guys, but we made some pretty good profit off it nonetheless. So our second trade was under winner here, guys, and of course we're going to keep moving. Next up was on crude at 9:35 here on crude. Now we had our short-term trend was up, as you can tell, nice steep slope to our trigger line. We have a swing high here at 43. As you guys know, a breaker pattern, right? Trades with the trend. Once we break through that swing high, there's our entry at 76.46. Now, at this point, what were we seeing? We were seeing a lot of conflicting information from the market. We saw big buyers, but momentum was pointing down. Well, then, if you recall, right, we saw a bunch of sellers, but they were small sellers peppered in with some small buyers. It was real hard to kind of get a good feel for it. Now, we always tell our clients, right, the first target should be filled very quickly. I expect to see that first target filled within a matter of seconds, guys. If I don't, something's wrong. So when I begin to see things start to sit there and start to kind of, hang out, well, do we want to go up? Do we want to go down? I'm not going to wait around, right? The longer I wait, the more risk there is against my position. Well, we began to see, of course, the momentum tape slowed down to red. We didn't see any big buyers anymore. And so I basically had to make a decision there, guys. Was I going to sit there and wait, or was I going to get out with my profit intact? And of course, what did I do? I'm always very conservative when it comes to that stuff. Give me a reason to get out, right? Give me one good reason to get out of that trade. And that's all it took here, guys. Now, of course, like I said, frustrating because once I moved my stop to my point of entry, non-farm payrolls expect to see some pretty darn good price action tomorrow morning, 8:30. We also have the unemployment rate, average hourly earnings. So, guys, you want to be here in the room tomorrow morning at 8:30 to see this thing happen. 9 o'clock crude opens, 9:30 the U.S. Open, 10 o'clock factory orders, and don't forget, guys, tomorrow 11:30 we have 2 webinars tomorrow, one of which is the Deadly Mistakes webinar at 11:30. So be there tomorrow for the 11:30 free webinar. Don't miss it, guys, on these 7 deadly mistakes. Let's recap. Tomorrow morning, we open up at 7:45 Eastern Time. Make sure you guys visit our YouTube page. Below our YouTube video, right below the video, guys, there's a link for our 12-month track record, as well as to register for our free trial. So right below the video on our YouTube page, make sure you guys click those links in the description. Tuesdays and Thursdays, guys, we do free webinars. The beginner's course has all the entry rules and the entry patterns, guys. The beginner's course, so check that out. Last day of trading is December 11th. We reopen January 11th. And for more information about lifetime membership, guys, drop us an email. That's sales@schooloftrade.com. My name is Joseph James. Hope the video helps. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye for now.